Hey everyone, it's me, Jess. I know it's been a while since I've blogged, but a lot of stuff has been going on, so I wanted to give everything a chance to settle down, to people to get back into their comfy zones, and I'm back to stir it up again. Just an update as to what's been going on. I believe the Glooscap First Nation, our old chief and council, because we have a new one, but the old chief and council fraudulently created a contract with Mike Halliday, who at the time was a band member, a counselor, and also band manager, and possibly had a couple of other jobs in there as well. Again, not too sure on that because, well, it is what it is. You know what you know. But anyways, we were in a contract to purchase Horton Variety Store from him, which is on our reserve, Glooscap First Nation, in just outside of Hansport. Well, I still, for the life of me, cannot get any answers as to when we actually did make an agreement to purchase, what that agreement entailed. I do know that he was asking for another CP lot, which is a certificate of possession, because he chose to build a store on his lot rather than build his home. So we went into an agreement where we would purchase the store, and I believe somehow or another they had snuck in about him getting another CP lot. At an annual assembly, I'm going to say probably, look, I don't even know, 2005? 2006, 2007, pick a day. He had asked the band membership again for another CP lot, and he was denied. The next year, he then again proposed the same question to the band membership at our annual General Assembly, that he be given a CP lot because he has sold back the store and the CP lot to the band. Well, we were all under that assumption that the store was actually owned by us. I've been in contact with the government and to find out exactly whether or not we had purchased the store and that the store was in our in the name that it is now. This is what I received from the province of Nova Scotia. Thank you for your facts respecting the above referenced business, which is Glooscap Variety Glooscap Variety Store in Gas Bar. We are unable to locate a registration for this name. We are following up with respects to registration status. Should you have any further questions? Okay, so it gives you the contact of who to contact and all that good information. So we don't own the store. At least Glooscap First Nation doesn't own the store. Well, I guess that wasn't enough for them, because the next step that they took was entering into an agreement with Mike Halliday, giving him 25% of our VLTs. And for those of you who don't know, video lottery terminals. We signed an agreement with the province of Nova Scotia, the Atlantic Gaming Commission, to receive our share of the Sydney profits, as well as to be able to have the VLT machines on our reserve. So in that agreement, we were receiving basically half of what the store VLTs were taking in. And that agreement, which I'm not even sure whether or not it was a lawful agreement or whether it was even put on paper, but I'm pretty sure they did, because they've notified Department of Indian Affairs that they are no longer in contract with Mike Halliday, giving him 25% of our VLTs. Well, the province, I put the question to the province, you know, why were they able to sign into this agreement with them? What exactly is our agreement? I didn't get nowhere. I had a few phone calls and, you know, some really hopeful prospects that somebody was going to tell us, you know, exactly what was going on, but that didn't pan out, so I moved on. But then I came back and I was like, all right, well, there has to be a way. I contacted our accountant, and our accountant informed me that we have been in, the chief and council have signed this agreement in 2004, giving him 25% of our VLTs because the band membership did not give him a CP lot. That's extortion. Out and out extortion. And, you know, the province doesn't see it that way. Daryl Dexter, what are you doing? You know, seriously, what are you doing? You know, what is it that we have to do, that we count? You know, we're part of this province. Why don't we deserve the same as what Nova Scotians deserve? I live off reserve. I receive $100 a year from my reserve, part of the Sydney casino gaming agreement that we have with them. We receive approximately $80,000 a year, you know, just depending on how many people are playing the machines at the casinos. But out of that $80,000, each band member over the age of 18 receives $100, and that's only if they have your address. We have 300 people on our band list, with possibly less because there have been a few deaths. Possibly more because there have been a few new births, and not only new births, but new band memberships under the Bill C-31, which the Supreme Court had reversed its earlier ruling, allowing Native women to retain their full-blooded status and all of that malarkey. Alright. So we've gained in numbers. We have numbers. But there was so much fraud committed over... Look, we're at least 15 years behind where we should be. Yeah, other reserves are other reserves. Everybody has their problems. All reserves have their problems. All reserves have nepotism. You know, but it's no different than actually what's going on out, you know, in my community that I live in. I live off reserve. You know, I'm not treated any more special than anybody else. But I just, you know, look, a wrong has been done. We've been ripped off through illegal contracts, $5 million that I can count. And that's just from minutes of meetings that we got where they didn't specifically come out and say where the money was going. But I actually have it on audio. If you'll check through my other blogs, you'll see our lawyer telling us about this contract with Mike Halliday, giving him 25% of our VLTs. He wouldn't divulge anything more than that because we had just hired him. Perhaps the lawyer before did not want to be involved. But I think the lawyer before should be involved, and I think he should be held accountable for creating such a fraudulent contract. After all, he was working for the band. At least that's my understanding. But we got to do something about this. Well, I say we. I just mean me. I really do, because unfortunately our band membership is just, you know, they're struggling the day-to-day struggle. Just, you know, trying to get by and being able to talk to politicians and being able to speak out and so forth. They have more to lose than I do. And I don't blame them one bit. Yeah, I understand. But I also understand that what's right is right, and our community could be so much better, you know, so much better than what it is. I mean, we're now, I can't go there. It's just a petty little thing, and I can't go there. But I want everybody to know, look, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. It's not within me to give up. It's not within me to not make this wrong right. And it's not just for me, it's for the other band membership, including the family members that, you know, were involved. You know, they don't understand. It wasn't just, you know, unless, you know, there was this big, you know, thing where everybody was sharing in the pot, but I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. I could, oh. Alright guys, I think I've vented enough. I just want you to know that, I'm not going to give up. We are going to start asking questions. I just emailed Daryl Dexter and just asked him why. Why is it that, you have these politicians down in Yarmouth and up in Cape Breton and they're stealing out of the public coffers, and Nova Scotians got justice, there was charges laid. There are people in jail right now. And Glooscap First Nation, what do we get? What do we get? We get told, you got a new chief and council. Or even if somebody is saying that, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know, because what I'm seeing now is a government that, and I'm not talking about Glooscap First Nation chief and council, I'm talking about Daryl Dexter's government. Dude, what is going on? What is going on is just, it's unbelievable. I see a government that is being put forth questions, and even if the law wasn't on our side, which I do believe it is on our side, why are they just ignoring us? And that's the thing, they're just ignoring us. What was Glooscap First Nation's penalty for breaking their agreement? What was their agreement? And see, that's the other thing. We're not being given any of this information by the old chief and council. The new chief and council hasn't had a chance to say anything. We have our first meet and greet. Today is Friday. Tomorrow we have a meet and greet. And I don't know why we need a meet and greet when there's like 300 band members. And I'm going to say, probably about 30% of us live here in the province. The rest are scattered across the United States and Canada. So, why would we have to, not only that, why would we have to meet and greet? Why isn't our first meeting an actual meeting for the membership, And I know that they're going to try to skirt us away from, we're going to wait till the annual assembly to get this all settled. But we can't wait till the annual assembly to get this all settled. We have to start making motions now to stop the corrupt practices that have been going on, such as at our annual assembly, the acceptance of the meeting is the acceptance of their upcoming budget. So if they put in for a raise, which, they don't really have to. Well, at least the old chief and council didn't have to, because they held all the jobs and, they had all the money. $243,000, $239,000. Mike actually one year got $1.7 million. They didn't tell you, on the news it was like $1 million or $978,000, but in reality he received over $500,000 from our VLTs, our gaming agreement with the province. And what did the province do? The province did nothing. And that's why I'm saying Daryl Dexter, I do realize this man has got a lot of stuff, but we're looking at a government that's doing nothing. And it's not just Daryl Dexter's government that's doing nothing, it's Stephen Harper that's doing nothing. It's, why is it that we cannot get answers from anybody, but yet, taxes are going up, jobs, people are being laid off, hospitals are, what happened to all those things that, we said we were going to do? Well, the province ain't done any of it, but that's another problem. We'll stick with Glooscap for now. I just want everybody out there to know, band members, that, hey, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. You deserve your money back. I deserve my money back. I'm not saying in my pockets, but I'm saying that money needs to go back into our community, where we could possibly, create more jobs and so forth. Now, I have no idea what the new chief and council are going to do. What I can tell you is that they are the same family, so will the nepotism stop? I doubt it. Only because I know who's in office and I know how they feel about it. One councillor said that if I get elected, nothing will change. He got elected. So I'm going to take him at his word. After all, he said nothing would change. So we're going to have to fight the good fight, or fight the bad fight, or just fight the fight. We do. I want a public inquiry. I want an inquiry. It doesn't have to be public, but it seems that I'm going to kind of probably end up going that way anyways. I'm tired of being bullied, and I'm tired of the Daryl Dexter government not doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's one thing to ignore just, you know, a bunch of savages, as we would be. No, I don't think so. But it's another thing to ignore taxpayers who are paying, you know, this money. I mean, yeah, sure, it was all the gamblers and whatnot. It was, you know, the people coming to our reserve gambling, spending their money is pretty much what we're talking about. But it was money that was meant for the community and not meant for Mike Halliday. And that man, as far as I'm concerned, he served himself well. He did not serve our community at all. For what little, you know, Shirley Clark saying, you know, blatantly lying on the news, and I love it because I kept all the clips, you know, of when she, you know, was telling everybody, you know, my band's perfectly aware of what's going on and they're okay with our salaries. Guess what? No, we didn't. And maybe family members knew what was going on, but the rest of the population of our band membership did not know what was going on. It was a complete shock. And I guess that's why things took a turn for the way that they did. But what they ended up doing was, since we found out about this, since the Tax Federation had let all this information out, since we found out, they've done nothing. All requests that have gone to asking for minutes of meetings, asking for details on this contract to be, you know, we've had meetings where we've asked, and it's always, okay, we're going to give it to you, and they never gave us anything. And now that we have their family members taking over, I have to ask, you know, how can I be assured that these family members aren't going to try to hide the corruption that happened? They can't. They can't. They've already been caught. The Gaming Commission, you know, is already aware of the fact that the contract exists, what the contract was, actually, where the rest of us weren't given that information. So, yeah. But like I said, I'm not done yet. I've vented for long enough. I'm going to let you guys go. It's been great, you know, blogging back at you. And, yeah. One sig nogama.